and sit down.
Good evening, everyone! Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants, and of course I am your host, Mr. Main Event himself, the often imitated, never duplicated superstar Tim Vicious, and we're gonna go over Raw this week. Was in Providence, Rhode Island. Now, I hate always starting out the show with bad news. Then again, just like anyone else, I hate bad news in general, but it wouldn't be right to not acknowledge it. And earlier today, as of the day of this recording, Sid Uni, also known as Psycho Sid, Sid Justice, Sid Vicious, passed away. And while everyone had a particular opinion on him one way or another, and I'm sure at some point we've all made the softball season joke about with Sid, it's always sad to hear when a wrestler goes. And I remember being a kid thinking Sid was like a monster, man. It's wow. He will be missed. That's honestly the best I can say on it. And you know, yeah, he was a big attraction in some way, shape, or form. And I know not everyone was a fan of him, but yeah, he was an attraction, man. So we're going to try, and as difficult as it is, we're going to try and switch gears and segue into the SmackDown Rewind now. And the big highlights from last week's SmackDown was the show started out with the Grayson Waller effect, with his guests being Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Cody and Kevin came out, and Waller right off bat, right on cue, healing it up, explaining to Cody, listen, Cody, you really want to trust this guy right here, referring to Kevin, considering how he's backstabbed all of his friends. In fact, we even have proof on it. Let's roll that footage. And then they showed a highlight reel of when anytime Owens betrayed someone, they showed when he betrayed Sammy. And then Sammy again. And then Jericho. And then Kofi. And then I'm pretty sure Sammy again. And then again. I'm guessing you guys see where I'm going with this joke. And again. And again. It's like what Kevin Steen said before to El Generico. You and I are destined to do this forever. Yeah. So either way, after that footage aired, Owens just looked like, whoa. Now, in all fairness, they all had it coming. You see, he don't. So how about we just skip all the hullabaloo, get Nick Aldis out here to make this an official tag match with me and Cody versus you two clowns, talking about Theory and Waller, so that way I can legitimately punch you in the face. Next thing you know, Aldis comes out, says that yeah, we can make a tag match. They have a small little skirmish, and then the match winds up becoming the main event on SmackDown. And I gotta tell you, the match was good. They're doing the story of, can Cody trust Kevin? Is Kevin Owens gonna betray Cody? Is he gonna do some kind of backstab, heelish-like thing to him at the last possible minute and cost Cody his title? Honestly, I don't think so. But either way, other highlights from SmackDown, we had L.A. Knight, yeah, dummy, yeah, let me talk to you, defending his United States Championship against Escobar C. And again, might I say, look at all the people that are currently going after Knight and his U.S. title. It's pretty much everyone on the list that contributor of the Main Event Network, Alejandro the Great Brown Hope, put in his list in his blog. I'm just saying, man. Just saying. Alright? So, either way, Knight defended his title against Escobar. Really good match. It was a good outing for Knight to show he is championship material. And for those who may not know what LA Knight can do, folks, let me just educate you on this. He is a former world champion. No lie, no lie. He's a 2-time TNA world champion. So yeah, the guy can be a main eventer. He can be he is championship material. He does have the Kaforka, as he would say. So yeah, next up we also had 6 women tag action. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi going against Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, and Blair Davenport. And I gotta say, first and foremost, I really thought it was cool on how Jade, Bianca, and Naomi all came out wearing gear that looked like Simone Biles gear when she was at the Olympics. I thought that was way cool. That aside, I thought the match was good. It was a nice little help build up for the women's tag title match that's going to be coming up at Bash in Berlin this Saturday. My money is, honestly, as far as who I think is going to win that match, I would have to say it's probably going to be, smart money is on Jade and Bianca, but something, just something tells me that we're going to get some kind of shenanigans and Alba and Isla are going to get a DQ win. Or wind up doing something, wind up doing something to keep their titles. And then we had the Bloodline come out. Solo addressed that, no. Roman's not here. And if he was, he would be acknowledging me. Now, on to other press matters. Jacob Fatu, hand me your title. You cannot be my right hand, or you cannot be my enforcer if you are champion. And then gives Jacob's title to Tongaloa. So now the Gorillas of Destiny are tag team champs, and Jacob Fatu is now going to just be Solo's heavy. So I got no problem with that. Excuse me. Then we see, then the Profits come out, they talk a little, and then we get the match. Profits versus the Gorillas of Destiny, and I gotta tell you, it was good. Not much of a surprise. Bloodline won. And yeah, that's pretty much all the big highlights from SmackDown. So, with that said, let's start this week's show. But before we do need to remind you all that we are official WWE Shop affiliates. So what that means is, if you're watching this on my personal YouTube page or listening to this wherever you get your podcast from, check the description tab down below. If you're watching this on video form, check out the QR code on the screen. Check out, let me rephrase that, I'm sorry. If you're watching this on the Main Event Network YouTube page, check out the QR code on the screen, scan it, and it will take you to WWE Shop. And that will in turn, you make a purchase off of there. It could be any item that you're getting. It could be one of those so sweet Jacob Fatu Samoan Werewolf shirts. It could be a replica title. It could be something Wyatt Six or Uncle Howdy related. It don't matter. Purchase whatever you want, but when you do, we receive a small nominal commission off of it, which in turn helps this show. So, help us, help you, help us improve the show. We're giving you a platform to do that very thing that you are going to do anyway. So, Now with that said, Raw in Providence, it starts out with the Judgment Day coming out front and center out to the ring, addressing on how, you know, Damian, Liv, y'all just couldn't live up to the challenge. You didn't live up to your end of the deal on being in the Judgment Day. You guys couldn't cut the muscle, blah, 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 blah. This, that, and the other. Come bash at Berlin. Dom and Liv, they're going to beaches. This, that, and the other. Then out comes the LWO. Ray then gets on the mic. Dom, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but Rhea was actually better for you than her. Because at least when you were with her, one of you two had a brain. And a set of balls. You know, and then some back and forth squawking, which then eventually leads to an all-out brawl. And then we get 8-man tag action. All of the LWO going against all of the Judgment Day. And that's our first match of the night. Excuse me. Got a little bit of rasp. Sorry about that, folks. Now, LWO getting to shine and look really good. And I'll say this, man. And again, this is definitely going to be something that you know it's me saying, but my God, Cruz del Toro looks so different, clean shaven. Somebody tell that man to grow a beard again. Please. So yeah, it was a good match. LWO, they were leading into the commercial break. Post-break, it was Joaquin Wilde. He was the punching bag for a bit. Ray wound up getting a hot tag in. Cleaning up house. Wound up actually doing a good bit of action with Dom. It was decent. I thought it was a good match. It was a good opener match. Let me put it to you like that. Match wound up coming to an end when Ray winds up hitting Dom, hits the 619 on Dom, then goes up for a splash. As he's going up, the ref's distracted. Liv winds up going, knocking Ray off the top, and then Dominic winds up getting him with a Mahi Cradle for the 1, 2, 3. That is it. So your winners are the Judgment Day. Next up, we got Io Sky and Kairi Sane going against Shayna Baszler and Zoey Stark once more. And I believe that the name of the team is called the Fusion Collective. Yeah, the Fusion Collective Coalition, or FC. I don't know. Sonya, Shayna, and Zoey. Yeah. Shayna and Zoey, they were leading the match up into the break. Post-break, Io and Kairi, they were leading. With Kairi doing a lot of the action. And my God, that girl was on fire. Now, the match wound up coming to an end. Excuse me. Match came to an end when Zelina Vega came out of nowhere, boom, took out Sonya to keep her from going to run interference, which gave Kairi and Io enough time to both climb the same turnbuckle. Io did a moonsault onto the outside to take out Zoey, and then Kairi did that elbow of hers, and oh dear God, that elbow drop is such a thing of beauty. Kairi did the elbow to Zoey, and Io did a moonsault to Shayna. As well as it was announced next Monday, they're going to have Zelina Vega going against Shayna Baszler. Excuse me. Next up, we have a triple threat. Now, they did announce they're going to do a small little triple threat style tournament to determine who's going to challenge Braun Breaker. The winner of all 4 triple threats are going to compete in a fatal 4-way, and the winner of the fatal 4-way gets to go against Braun Breaker for his coveted Intercontinental Championship. So the first of the triple threat matches are Jey Uso, Karrion Kross, and Kofi Kingston. Jay and Kofi right off bat start double teaming on Kross. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Folks, I am sorry. This ain't normally like me. I may have a cough every now and then, but I'm not this bad. Ugh. Sorry about that. But either way, they start double teaming on Kross for a good bit of the start with Kofi. He winds up leading into the break. Post-commercial break, it was pretty much, it was good mayhem. Good, it was, I'm trying to think the right way to say this. Good for Crash TV kind of mayhem for a triple threat on TV. Not saying the PLE, pay-per-view, however you want to address it, but it was good for the TV. And Jay wound up getting the win actually by doing a spear and then Uso splash onto Kross for the 1, 2, 3. Now I'm not going to lie, the whole time I'm watching this match, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, why wouldn't Kross have the Final Testament come out to help him? Odd indeed. Either way, next up, we got two big meaty men with two big meaty chests bumping meat all night long. We got Braun Strowman, that big ass sumbitch, going against the big thick boy, Bronson Reed, and oh my god. This really was two big meaty men with two big meaty chests bumping meat. That's what it was. It started out with Strowman going right out the gate doing a drop kick, and then it just turned into a slugfest, and then it eventually worked its way into the back because at one point Reed just walked out the ring, was like, yeah, fuck this shit, and started walking. Strowman started chasing after him. They started to brawl through the back. And then they eventually got out into the parking lot. And then they started fighting near cars. And then eventually on top of a car. Excuse me. Sorry. And then on top of a car. And then Strowman laying dead flat on the roof of a car. Now Strowman is roughly about a 400-pound guy. He's roughly, or let me rephrase it, almost 400. Bronson Reed, he's roughly about the same. So he climbed up onto the little side of off the little side of the parking ramp, and then jumped off that to do a tsunami onto Strowman onto the car roof. You could see the roof implode, and then little wires bzz, 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 on the inside. Just like, oh, fuck. Damn. So, yeah. Next up we got the second triple threat for the Intercontinental Fatal 4-Way. The Miz going against Pete Dunne, going against Xaiver Woods, and this nice fast pace, Miz leading into the commercial break as well as leading the pace post-break. Now, for those who may not understand what I mean, when I'm saying lead the pace, he may not be the most dominant person, but he's being the captain steering the rest of the guys. At least from my perspective, that's on how it looked. So he was decent. It was decent. Match came to an end when Pete Dunne actually wound up doing the bitter end onto The Miz and got the 1, 2, 3. So now we come to main event of the night. Chad Gable with a American Made going against Uncle Howdy. And wowie. Wow. This was just, wow. That's the best way I can explain it. Because Bo came out looking like $1 million. And I don't know if it was because he's wearing all black. or because it's an entirely different outfit compared to what we are used to seeing him in, or anything like that. But, and I'm not saying this in a disparaging way, but Bo looks a lot leaner than he did, and he's coming off in a way that's actually connecting with fans, which is way impressive, because honestly, the only time I seen Bo Dallas actually come off in a connective kind of way was when he was doing that inspirational gimmick in NXT where you have to Bo leave. Yeah. But oh my god. Bo had so much Bray Wyatt mannerisms, and they did not shy away from the fact on addressing. No, Bo and Bray were brothers. They're legitimate brothers, and this was a great debut match for Uncle Howdy. And I can't put over that enough. It was a great match. It was a great solid showing for Bo. Showing Bo up. Making him look like $1 million. That's all there is to it. I wish I could say there was more to it, but folks, this was a great match. It was a great debut for the Uncle Howdy character. And Bo Dallas, he took the plate, gripped up that back good and tight. Ball came and then whack! Knocked that sumbitch out the damn park. Yeah, he was that damn good. I thought it was a great outing and introduction for the character to show he's not just going to sit on the sidelines, he can actually fight too. So with that said, that is now it for this week's show, folks. So if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Like I said last week, we're going to do a contest between now and Royal Rumble. If we can break 500, and you subscribe to the channel, you subscribe to my personal YouTube channel, take a screenshot, show me on Twitter. I will put your name in a raffle then. The winner of that raffle will then receive Vicious Rants apparel, courtesy of yours truly, paid for out of my own personal pocket. I am willing to do that for you if you are willing to I'm willing to spend money on you so long as you're willing to spend $0 and help me by subscribing to my channel. Think of it like that. It literally costs nothing. So, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to this on podcast form, leave us a positive review if you feel like we've earned it. If not, tell me what you would like improved, and I will work on it to the best of my ability, folks. But that being said, though, thank you to contributor of the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. They're a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. Thank you. Also, don't forget to check out whatamaneuver.net for some Vicious Rants apparel. We got tanks just like the one I'm wearing. We also have t-shirts, women's tees, long sleeves, baby onesies, and toddler tees. Perfect shirt to give to somebody you love, somebody you hate, or just to get so that way you can give it to Goodwill so you can keep your stuff. I'm good with any of it. Also, folks, don't forget to check out these cool ass cats ready on the Twitter. DSB_IV, main event _net, the Main Event Wrestling Network Twitter account. Sergeant Curry Pants 3 Count Thursday, and D Dryer 1986. Folks, like I always tell you, you love me great, you hate me, well,
shut up and sit down.
Fuck you.